Hello YouTube land. Here we are. It is the end of July. It is a week after actual release of Adventures into Forgotten Realms. And that means it is the start of Season 3 for the PlayAway League Sealed. Sealed PlayAway League? Sealed in PlayAway League Season 3. And the previous season was a mix of Theros Beyond Death and Ravnica Allegiance. But this one is going to be full Forgotten Realms. I guess people were excited for this. Personally, I voted for a mix of Zendikar Rising and this set because I felt Zendikar Rising was meant to be like a Dungeons and Dragons preparation one, but it was pretty much close vote, if I recall correctly. This was close, but a full version of Forgotten Realms ended up being the winner. So here we are. The way the Sealed League works is if you're using a pre-release pack, you cannot use the special card, but I will reveal it later because, you know, that would be fun. And alright, we got our dungeons. Are we missing a dungeon here? They shortchanged me on a dungeon? It's supposed to be... it was just in the wrong place. Okay, got to have our 3 foil dungeons. This is my third set of foil ones. This is pre-release pack number 3 that I'm opening. I hope I didn't get another set of blue dice. That'd be very disappointing. And of course, another set of blue dice. WTF. Not happy about that. Alright. So, the way the PlayAway League works is that you open up 6 packs. If you're using a pre-release pack, you cannot use the special one. Subsequent weeks, you open up another pack. So, the way the last season ended up going is, so after getting all your games in for week 1, you can open another pack, augment your deck. After week 2 you're done with all your matches, you can open up another pack. And then when week 3 was done, we opened up 2 packs. So these 4 were leftovers from my pre-release at home because my LGS King's Games provides you 2 boosters with every pre-release pack, 2 additional boosters. And the pre-release at home on Spelltable, the Wizards of the Coast runs, does not let you use the extra packs. So I decided to keep them because I was going to need them to total out my 10 here. So 4 and 6 makes 10. So I'm going to not open these. These are going to be opened later, like at the appropriate times as I described. So these are gonna stay off. This one I'm gonna just flip over at the end. And let's get cracking on these. Alright. Unexpected Windfall. Alright. Additional, cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens. Alright. So let's separate these all by color. A Deadly Dispute. You found the Cursed Idol, +2 mace. Mordenkainen's Polymorph. Price of Loyalty. Hired Hexblade. Jin Windseer. Right, this one I think is new to me. 4 mana, 3/3 flying, enters the battlefield, roll a d20. So 1 through 9, scry 1. 10 through 19, scry 2, or a hard 20, scry 3. Meh. Baleful Beholder. Enters the battlefield, anti-magic cone. Each opponent sacks an enchantment. Or Fear Ray. Creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. It's a 6/5 floating head thing. Alright. Minimus Containment. Oh, Dragon's Disciple. What are you? Human Monk, 2 mana, 1/3. Enters the battlefield. Reveal a dragon card from your hand. If you do, or if you control a dragon, this guy enters with 1/1 counter on it. Dragons gain ward 1. Ooh, hope I pull some dragons. Skullport Merchant. Dwarf Citizen. 1/4 for 3 mana. Enters the battlefield. Create a treasure. Sack another creature or a treasure to draw a card. You meet in a tavern. Form a party. Look at the top 5. Form a party. That's Zendikar Rising stuff. Like I said, this should have had Zendikar Rising in it. Form a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in random order. Oh, so if they're all creatures, I draw 5 cards. Start a brawl. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Okay. Our rare is a Minion of the Mighty. This is a kobold. Yep, it's a kobold. I was going to say, but it's not a 0. It is a 0. 0/1 with Menace, but he's got Pack Tactics. Whenever Minion of the Mighty attacks, if you attacked with creatures power 6 or greater in this combat, you may put a dragon card from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Ooh, really hoping I get some dragons. And we got a Plains. I think I got this one before. Searching for a vanished caravan that was bound for a silvery moon. You've come to a bank of mysterious fog. And another Tomb of Annihilation. Alright, pack number 2. Will I get a dragon? Can I get a dragon? Spare Dagger. Circle of the Moon Druid. Bear form. As long as it's your turn, Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness 4/2. Okay, so he's a 2/4, but as long as it's my turn, he's a 4/2. He's a werebear. Werebear. Gloomstalker. Scion of Stygia. Can be flashed in to tap down a creature. Dragon's Fire, leaning heavy on dragons. Let's hope I pull some actual dragons. Feign Death. Inspiring Bard. Owlbear. Another Ugly Evolving Wilds. How does everyone else feel about these showcase things that look like those cheap guidebooks? I hate them. Priest of Ancient Lore. Wizard class. Burning Hands. 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a permanent is green, it deals 6 damage instead. Cleric class. Alright, it's a new one for me. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1. Level 2, whenever you gain life, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. And level 3, when this becomes level 3, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. I'm liking white. True Polymorph. Copy target artifact or creature. Target artifact or creature becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature. And it's not until end of turn, so that's nice. Mountain. As you make camp near the ancient ruin, you hear the sound of drums echoing in the halls where no dwarf has lived in generations. A devil token. Okay, I don't know what makes you. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Interesting. Alright, that was booster number 2. Spiked Pit Trap, Earth Cult Elemental. You find a villain's lair. Price of Loyalty again. Precipitous Drop, Aura, 3 mana. Enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It gets -5/-5 instead, as long as you've completed a dungeon. Nah. During the pre-release, I've completed 0 dungeons. Scaled Herbalist, a lizard druid, 2 mana, 1/3. Tap, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Ooh, too bad there's no landfall here. Again, more reason to have done this with Zendikar Rising. Ranger's Hawk, 1 mana for a 1/1 that's flying. 3 untap, tap another untapped creature you control, venture into a dungeon. Neverwinter Dryad, 1 green for a 1/1, 2 to sack it, search your library for a basic forest card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Clattering Skeletons, split the party. This is my 3rd Targnar. Just a refresher, because I've never actually played with him. Whenever Targnar Demon Fang Gnoll attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, attacking creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn. And then you can pay 4 to double this guy's power and toughness until end of turn. Check for traps. Triumphant Adventurer, a black and white human knight, 1/1 death touch. As long as it's my turn, he has first strike. Whenever this guy attacks, venture into a dungeon. Oh, well, that's almost useful. Power of Persuasion. And an island and a wolf. Armored Wolf. Okay, so that's halfway through pre-release pack number 3. Plummet. Oh, does this appear in every single set? Steadfast Paladin. Hoarding Ogre, there we go. Alright. This guy, I was always against someone that had him, and they were just making treasure. So much treasure. So much treasure. Glad I finally got one of my own. Another Feigned Death. Another Inspiring Bard. Planar Ally. 5 mana, 3/3 flying angel. Whenever it attacks, venture into a dungeon. I really hope I got some dragons coming. Clever Conjurer. Alright. 3 mana, 2/3 Mage Hand. Untap target permanent not named Clever Conjurer. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so tap him to untap something. Cool. Mimic. I actually won a game because of Mimic. I like Mimic. I like Mimic. It's a handy treasure. Oh. Maybe a better version of Owlbear? Thing is, when they look like they're from pages of the book, I feel it looks better than the covers of the book. Wild Shape. I did pull this before. Don't remember what it does. 1 green instant. Until end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness. Become that creature type and gain that ability. So I can transform something into a 1/3 turtle that's hexproof, a 1/5 spider with reach, or into a 3/3 elephant with trample. Grim Wanderer. Rally Maneuver. This was a very useful spell to me. Another Froghemoth. As a recap, 5 mana for 4/4 Froghar with haste and trample. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on this guy for each creature card exiled, and gain 1 life for each non-creature card exiled. Ooh, a Foil Plains. Seeking to learn why the ancestors have fallen silent. You've made your way to their ancient cairns. I don't know this word. Cairns. Oh, okay. I get 2 planes. Wow. And ads. I'm not gonna go to Arena. You want me to go to Arena, Wizards of the Coast? Give me codes for boosters. I'm not gonna go to Arena because of this. Useless waste of paper. Okay. Pre-last booster. Give me Dragon. Give me Dragon. You see a guard approach. Did I pull that already? No. I pulled a number of these in my second pre-release pack. Unexpected Windfall again. Dawnbringer Cleric. Secret Door. Swarming Goblins. Devour Intellect. Let's see if I remember what this does. I don't. Target opponent discards a card. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast a spell, instead that player reveals their hand, and then I get to choose a card from it. Then that player discards the card. Find the Path. Another +2 mace. Boulette. 4 mana beast. That's a 3/3. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. Jin Windseer. I'm pretty sure I pulled this already. Yep. Hunter's Mark. Okay, 4 mana instant, but it costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue you don't control. And the spell can't be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature planeswalker you don't control. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue permanent you don't control. That can be the second target, right? And the first target is the thing that's going to get the +1/+1. Then it deals damage equal to its power to the other target. So if the one getting my opponent's creature that's getting into the fight, this thing only costs 1 green. I take it. Warlock class. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Cool. When this class becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Level 3. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Huh. Okay. Magic Missile! I want to use my Magic Missile! This spell can't be countered. 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. I want to use my Magic Missile! Ooh, a legendary artifact. The Black Staff of Waterdeep. You may choose not to untap this thing during your untap. Animate Walking Statue. A blue, a generic, and tap. Another target non-artifact you control. Another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature for as long as this thing remains tapped. Do this as a sorcery. Okay. Well, it's funny. This is a staff, but it's not an equipment. Alright. So I cannot do this onto a token. So I can't do this to like a treasure, a clue, or a food. And a forest. And a Guinevere. Oh, this is a token legendary thing. 4/1 trample cat. Guinevere. I wonder what makes you. Last booster for my initial pool. I better get a dragon. Cobalt Javelineer. A Cobalt that's actually got some power? Oh, Goblin. Never mind. Thieves' Tools, super handy. Improvised Weaponry. Vampire Spawn. Ranger's Longbow. You're ambushed on the road. This is a useful spell. Contact the other plane. Dueling Rapier. I do love equipment that comes in and automatically equips. Pixie Guide. If you would roll one or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus one, ignore the lowest one. Underbark Basilic. 2 mana for 1/2 of Death Touch. Purple Worm. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Okay, so either it's going to be a 7 mana spell or a 5 mana spell. And it's got Ward 2, and it's an 8/7. I just might go green. Bruenor Battlehammer. 4 mana, 5/3 legendary dwarf warrior. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. Oh boy. You may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost for the first equip ability you activate each turn. So I could do it once for free on everyone's turn. Barwin Clan Under. When Barwin of the Clan Under enters the battlefield, venture into a dungeon. So 3/3 for 4 and lets you venture. When it attacks, return up to one creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, if I completed a dungeon first. Gelatinous Cube. 4 mana for 3. Engulf. When the cube enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature an opponent controls until this thing leaves. Dissolve. Put target creature card with mana value X with Gelatinous Cube into its owner's graveyard. Swamp. Your search for a stolen artifact has brought you to the edge of the Mere of Deadman. Oh boy. Not a single dragon. So all those cards that refer to dragons are useless. I don't need them. What am I going to do with them? I do have some interesting black and white. Perhaps red-white with a splash of black, perhaps? Alright, so the card I'm not able to use is Zalto, Fire Giant Duke. 5 mana, 7/3, legendary giant barbarian of trample. Whenever this thing is dealt damage, venture into a dungeon. Okay, that's cute. Alright. Well, going to my LGS, I bought a bunch of stuff, and they are King's Games is still giving out promo packs, and because it was over $100, I got a foil promo pack. I think I will open this separately. So, find that video. Alright. I don't know which direction I'm gonna go, but I will try to make gameplay video, and then there'll be like a end of week wrap up. Thanks for tuning in, YouTube land. See you out there. Professional.